Yo, what is up guys? I got new codes available from Netmarble. If you want to have a code, feel free to support me via the Netmarble Partner Creator Program. I really appreciate it. Link in the description down below. Let's start with the video. Quite some time passed since I last did a Battlefield of Time video, but I thought like it's about time to make another one. And especially with a lot of these videos up on YouTube, I just wanted to give you a little bit more insight when it comes to these Battlefield of Time speed runs in general, because all the times you see our speed runs with world records and stuff like that, you're seeing the time and you're like, oh, okay, cool, I can use that team, but then you're using that same team and you're noticing that you're actually don't get the times down, and you're asking yourself, okay, what am I missing here? And that's the reason why I'm doing this video, because when you're watching these type of videos, you basically only see 30% which goes into these runs. You usually don't see the builds, you don't really see those little things here and there you have to do to get these times. And here in the background you see my personal best with a score of 46 seconds. I got that down. I cannot one-shot the boss. I cannot one-shot Igris with Cha, because you need a way higher dupe investment into her weapon and into Cha as well to make that possible. But here I am showing you what kind of artifacts you want to use and break it down to you, so you have a better understanding on how these runs, or specifically the Igris run, works to get your time and potentially get your rank 1 on your server. Now, first of all, when it comes to the weapons, with this team loadout, ammo, usual stuff, standard stuff. With Jinho, you can use whatever weapon you want to use for him. And with Cha, obviously her weapon as well. And it all really depends on your skill level and your dupes. With this build, we do not have the power, by the way, we do not have the power to one-shot Igris with just one ult attack. For that you need way more dupes. You need like at least an Ascension 8 Cha with an A10 weapon, something around that area to really one-shot that, because if you do not have that, yeah, you ain't getting, you will not one-shot that. That's why we have a 46 second time and not a sub 40 second time, but that's for that. Now I tested a lot of different things when it comes to the right artifact and accessory sets for this team setup. I watched a couple of things here and there, how other people's might do it or might do it differently. I figured out what you're seeing here on the screen works out the absolute best and most reliable out of every combination you have seen so far. Quick overview: for ammo, we're running a breaker set with Viridescent. Same goes with Jinho, we're running breaker set but with a full aqua set. And Cha, we're running a full destroyer set with a 2-piece Viridescent, a 2-piece curse set. Now, quick breakdown on why we're doing the things we're doing. So the destroyer set besides Cha is not necessary because it doesn't provide anything to the others, and you want to have the breaker set on ammo just for Igris to get that little bit of extra break effectiveness out there. And you 100% what is always required is the 4-piece Viridescent set to make sure that the cooldown of the burn up is reduced, so you can use that skill more often to get through the first wave before you go to Igris. Next up, Jinho breaker set, no brainer, and the aqua set there to boost the attack of the Cha. So for Cha, the thing is we want to run a 4-piece set of the destroyer set, just because of the simple fact that if we do not run a 4-piece set of the destroyer set for Cha, since we do not use Min in this setup, we will not get her ult ready in time when Igris is broken down after you broke his break bar. That is why we have to use a destroyer set for that. And now there's that interesting part when it comes to her accessory set, which might surprise a couple of people. You can run a 4-piece set of Viridescent, which is completely fine. The thing I just simply realized is that you do not necessarily need a 4-piece set of the Viridescent, just because you don't need that reduced cooldown for Cha in Battlefield of Time right now. So instead of that, we can run a 2-piece set of Curse, because the 2-piece set, so whatever you lose from a 4-piece Viridescent set, the 2-piece set of Curse compensates it, plus gives you even more damage increase bonus over time. So in all honesty, the 2-piece curse effect just gives you a little bit more extra damage, but you can still run a 4-piece very decent. When it comes to the shadows, there's one important piece, and there's a factor which depends on whatever you prefer. So the first thing is the Shadow Authority, the leader skill. This is something where you can choose between either Blades or Igris, depending on if you want to have more attack or if you want to have more crit rate for getting a crit more often or not. But the only thing that is very important for this build is that you have iron in your party. Iron is absolutely necessary because we're running Jinho, we're not using Bike, and we're also not using Kim Shul in this one. We're gonna use iron just for that 15% defense break because there is no other way for us to get a death break in this build, so that's why he's very important. But the other one is optional either if you want to go attack or crit. Now I'm breaking the run down for you. So the first thing you want to do at the very beginning, what I personally noticed works the absolute best and most reliable, as soon as you can, do immediately one dash with Emma and use her burn up skill here, right? The Q skill or the Y skill immediately to kill the first wave of these enemies. Like, I saw a lot of people just run up a little bit and then use the burn up skill. I felt that was a little bit too RNG dependent. It didn't work out most of the time, but what I figured out is doing an immediate dash into the burn up skill was the most reliable way to kill these bandits at the very beginning. Now here it's quite hard to see, but what you basically do afterwards, here is after you use your burn up skill to kill them, you use your other, I forgot the other skill, the E skill. I forgot the name for it. But you use the other skill you have available, because this one actually works out the best way. Like, this is the most reliable. To use the other skill, do not use the core attack, use the other skill. Because this way you are killing for sure these two guards. And either the two magicians here, the one on the right and this one on the left, will either die from the burn up skill which you cast beforehand, or if you perfectly center that skill, which is, by the way, very easy to execute, you can kill all 4 enemies at once with your second skill. Then next up, you wanna just walk the whole down and wait for your burn up skill here to refresh so you can use it again. That's all you basically do. And right here you want to stand around this area, so you do not want to go behind this diamond thingy on the ground. And here, this is the spot where you want to use your burn up skill again. So what happens here is you're going to kill off all of them which are spawning here, and then the magicians which will spawn behind, you will hit them too with the burn up skill and they will die. Now, after that part, after they dying, you wanna dash in once with Emma, run forward, and before even the magician comes down here, sorry for the quality, but that's just because of the playback. So once this guy is coming down, you want to use the core attack of Emma and then switch immediately to Cha by not QTEing, but by pressing the button to switch to her and then use her Sword of Light. Once you did that, once you use the Sword of Light, you're using the basic attack and switch immediately back to Emma, and then the situation is either the mini boss is still alive, then you're going to use the burn up skill, or he's already dead and you just saved a little bit of time. But nonetheless, even if he's dead, you're still going to use the burn up skill of Emma just to make the core attack ready. So now you have the core attack ready, and you have the other skill, which I forgot the name of it, was also ready. We are here at the Igris wave. So what you're doing 2 dashes, and you're in this situation, you're not trying to get a perfect dodge, by the way. Perfect dodge is just making you lose time. All you want to do is dodge twice just to get more speed, and then use Emma's core attack, because Igris will not... you basically have super armor using your core attack or whatever, but you will not get interrupted using the core attack. And the core attack will now trigger Jin-Ho, and you're going to use the core attack first, and then you want to use the second skill of Emma, and as soon as you trigger the second skill of Emma, you are going to QTE Jin-Ho into the fight. Now Jin-Ho is in the battle. You want to use your Shadow Army immediately. You're going to cast the second skill of Jin-Ho immediately. Once you have done that, you're going here. You're going... Wait, I gotta go a little bit back. Sorry, gotta go a little bit back. You're going to use the first skill immediately. I don't know the names of it anymore, but still, I'm just showing you what you need to do. You're going to use the first skill, and after you use the Y skill, after that one activated, you immediately QTE into Cha. Now let's see what happens. So we QTE in Cha. There's a break, and we have a defense break, okay? We have this burn-up effect here already. We have the defense break because of Iron, and we are now getting the QTE damage in. Now what we're going to do is now we start spamming the Dancer ability. We're going to spam the Dancer. We spam the Dancer ability. And once we run out of the Dancer ability, we are going to use the core attack. So he's already standing up, so that could be difficult theoretically, because then he goes into invincibility mode, but it's completely fine. Now we're going to use the core attack because he's staggered. In this phase he's a little bit staggered, so you have time, use the core attack, and then we're going to use the ult. Now when it comes to this part here, it's all about RNG. Do you crit or do you not crit? Now we got a crit, 3.3 million damage. Once we did that, you wanna dodge, because we cannot kill him. We cannot kill him because you need a way higher, you need higher dupe investment into Chad to one-shot this dude as well. Now, in this situation, because we cannot kill him off immediately, we do a dodge once of this attack. It's really not that necessary, but we still do it. We dodge it once, use the Sword of Light and QTE into Emma, and then use this skill here, and hopefully Igris dies in this frame. And this is how you beat Igris Battlefield of Time in under 1 minute, depending on how advanced you are. You can also use the burn up into core into the second skill of Emma if it is necessary. But yeah, that's for that. And yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like in the comment down below. I really appreciate it, and also pushes the algorithm as well. Thanks for watching. See ya next time. Deuces.